Hey y'all, it's Nevaeh, and we here with another episode of POVwithNeviB. Why were we in sync though? And I have a special guest. You already know, one of my homegirls. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Keseanna.
That's all you gonna say?
Oh, yeah. We met in college.
And we are here today just to talk about the reality of college. College is I don't even know. It's just a whole lot that goes on to it. You really have to be tied down to commit to college. And I figured she would be the best guest to talk about it because she just graduated college, period, and got her degree in kinesiology.
Period.
I said it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, period. So we're going to go into deep of that. First, we're going to talk about just the college experience and the atmosphere of college. What are your thoughts on it?
It's definitely an experience.
Right.
I'm gonna say that. And I feel like college is a good thing for people to see a different side because I'm from Chicago. So a lot of the people that I'm around, we don't see too much of nothing. And when I went to college, I seen a lot of different stuff. So that was really nice. And it kind of got me out of I guess that box that I was in. And I got to see a different side. It was kind of like a culture shock because I wasn't used to not being in Chicago or having people that look like me or talk like me or even just act like me. So yeah. That was different.
I would definitely say I had some similarities in that because coming from Appleton, it's not a lot of us. It's starting to open up, but it's really not a lot of us. And when I came to Milwaukee, I remember when I was younger and I came to Milwaukee for elementary school. And I went home and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, there's people that look like me. She started laughing. I'm like, I'm so serious. So me coming back, I was so geeked because all my family was here. Coming back to Milwaukee, they were all here. So I felt more at ease. I was I don't have to act a certain way, but you still do in the university because the standards are so high and the commitment for college is so high that they want you gotta somewhat fit in with the crowd that you may not normally fit in with.
Yeah.
Let's speak about diversity at UWM, especially. How was the diversity there?
I don't know. It's I can see both sides of it being diverse and not diverse,
Right.
if that makes sense. Because for my friend group, for example, I'm friends with some of everybody. I got friends from all different backgrounds, so I feel it was diverse in that way. But then in the same sense, with my major and a lot of the people that was in my major, it kind of wasn't diverse. I was kind of surrounded by the same type of people.
Right.
And it was kind of hard, I guess, fitting in because it's just I'm one of the only few females, and then also I'm African American. So that played a big part in I guess the diversity that I was surrounded by, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I would say especially because a lot of the people, a lot of African Americans, they weren't taking up topics that were so in depth. I felt they were taking topics that were just open up to then they can branch off. Business was a huge one that I would be okay, there they where my people's at? But me taking political science, I'm I don't see none of them. Yeah. And I mean now me going into my senior year, I see more, but freshman year I was dang, am I taking the right thing?
That's how it was for me.
Right.
It was literally only 3 Black kids in my
class.
All my teachers knew me because I stood out. Right, I was the only one in there asking questions, and I'm just okay.
For real. I would also say clubs were so hard to find. Even if you wanted to join into clubs or activities outside of them, they were presented, but they weren't presented enough for us to kind of see what we wanted to get involved in. Like, you would
Yeah.
hear about it, but you wouldn't hear about it.
I feel like because they had a certain target audience that they wanted to reach.
Yeah.
And it was just like, if we wanted something for like us and our people, we had to make it.
Right.
Which isn't fair, I feel like, for everybody, because it's just like we all should be able to like join whatever. But
yeah. I know, especially for like a BSU, it was so hard to find a BSU. And then I would hear everybody talk about a BSU, but it wasn't like a BSU. I don't know, like
it was, but like I was a part of it.
Yeah.
But it's like they would do stuff and then, or they would hold events and then they would like stop. Right. And then they would come back out of nowhere like, oh yeah, we're here, guys.
I know. I was, because I would get emails and everything, and I'm like, hold on, wait, y'all here for real, or like what?
Yeah, they was here.
Let's go in a little bit, touch with the maintaining focus on college, because that is a huge thing that you have to develop for college. Mm-hmm. Transitioning from high school to college is just a huge shift. Mm-hmm. So staying focused in that passion that you want to pursue in, how did you do it?
Well, first, have a routine.
No, for real.
I'm gonna let you know. And also, make sure you're surrounding yourself around people that have like the same kind of goals, or like people that they're at a certain status that you want to be in, because you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with.
Right.
And also, I get college is fun. Don't get me wrong. You can have fun in college, but school comes first. So make sure you come with a routine. Like if you know you have classes Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, do homework on Tuesday and Friday. And I get your friends might call you. They might want to party, but you gotta let them know
that
real. School comes first. Like, I used to tell them all the time, like, they'd be like, oh, Keseanna, come out. We doing this, we doing that. I'd be like, I got an exam to study for. I got this to do. I got this to do. I'm trying to get ahead on my homework. And that's how I ended up getting on the dean's list for like 3 semesters in a row. So I'm telling y'all, stick to a schedule and make sure y'all surround yourself around people that have the same goals or even better goals than you.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely relate to that. You will feel like you're missing out, but like trust and believe it's going to be the best choice that you made for yourself.
Yeah, to be worth it.
Because I remember I used to be like, dang, I'm gonna miss out on this. Like, oh my God, I got this exam. And still to this day, like, because I'm taking summer courses, I like sometimes when my family or friends or anything are going to do something fun and I got an assignment, I'm like, hold on. I gotta miss y'all. I gotta miss y'all for this one, because this homework is needed right now. Like, this needs to be done. I would say, yes, developing a routine is so A1 to success in college. Otherwise, because college is such a independent, like, research. It's like an independent topic itself, because you have to find your balance. You have to choose your classes. You have to pay for it. You have to walk
to go
there.
To class.
You gotta.
Your professors don't care.
They don't care.
They do not care. They have 100 students in their class. They don't care if you don't show
up.
They probably don't even know your name.
Exactly.
That's why you have to make sure your professors know you. They know you by name. They know who you are, and you make sure you're in class every day.
Yes, exactly. Because there's some classes that are like over 100 students, but then there's some classes that, like, more of my classes were five students. So like, they knew when I was gone. Like, even if I wasn't feeling good, that professor was emailing me and like, hold on, where you at? And I'm like, dang, I'm sorry, I didn't feel good. I'm sorry.
But it was different for me, because we had like, I think the smallest class I had was about like 40 or 50 people. So it was just like, or maybe it was like 12, but that wasn't like one of my core classes. Like my core classes, it was like 50, 100, almost 200 people in one lecture hall. Like, my teachers didn't know. Well, they knew me because like I was always asking questions. But if anybody else was gone, they wouldn't know.
Right.
They don't care. Like, it's up to you to make sure you got everything down pat.
And I also feel like our school did a really good job of like emailing in regards to giving resources for success and like for self-care. Yeah. They were A1 about our self-care. Like, if you feel burnt out, about to be burnt out, like, take that day. You're fine. Like, the school will be here, but like take that day to yourself so that you can remain to be successful in your course load. Because I know we both had times where we was like, I can't do it. Like, I need a day or two just
crying.
to regroup. Man, we'll be up at like 4 a.m. crying. Like, why are we up? Like, why are we up doing assignments? Why are we up reading? I know me, I was reading all the time. Like, I still read to this day.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, girl, I got to read 5 books by tomorrow.
That was me. I was like, I got to study what the fingers are. I got to study my phalanges. I'm like, yeah, look.
No, for real. I swear to God. But after this, we're going to take a quick break, get back, and we're going to discuss for real, like, is college really worth it?
Ooh.
Is there other opportunities nowadays? Like, let's speak about it. We'll be back. All right. All right, y'all. Welcome back. We took a little break. Now we back. We gonna get deep, because is college really worth it? Or like what?
Ooh.
Is it?
Yes and no, but let me give you my reasons.
Okay. Give me the reasons.
Yes, because if you going to college to market yourself and network, it's worth it in that aspect. But then no, because it's like so many other options. Like, you can get rich without going to college. Not saying that everybody wants to get rich, I
want to get rich. You want to get rich? You want to get rich? All right.
But like, some people, they want to go the traditional way. They want to get a job. So like, it's community college. I feel like trade school is a good option that people don't talk about now. And then like, even just like the accelerated programs, they got like the 1 to 2 year programs you can do now. So it's like a lot of stuff. You don't have to go to college to be successful.
True. Yeah, I would definitely agree with all of that, because nowadays people getting rich off TikTok. Come on now. All you gotta do is post a video one day. You can make bank. Like, come on.
No, for real. Let me get on there.
Right. And I feel like I've always been that, like, when it comes to income, this is off topic, but I've always been that type of person that I feel like you can always make multiple incomes no matter what. So like with me, I was okay with going to college because I first of all, I wanted to go to college, but second of all, because I knew there was alternatives that I can do to get other incomes.
That is true.
Even if I didn't, like, I wouldn't say didn't finish college, but I'm gonna finish. Mama, I'm gonna finish because I don't need you on me. But even if like college didn't go to plan, I still had other incomes that I could think of to provide for myself and my family.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that, because like, you can find those other niches or like stuff that make you incomes in college. Like, a lot of people go to college, they braid hair, they do nails. Like, I went to college and I was selling like necessities to kids who couldn't get them or like go off campus. So that was like something that I did. And then like, even just the general education requirement classes that they make you take, you can find something that you like to do and you can make it literally a business. I
would definitely say that, because like, I remember it was a girl like on the 3rd floor in the South Tower doing nails. She'd be like, scheduled by appointment. I'm like, period, make your money. Yeah. Like, I'm with it. I'm like, I could get my hair done, my nails done on this floor, hair done on this. Like,
and they come up and get like some deodorant and lotion from me.
For real. They used to be doing it all. It used to be funny. Whew, girl, I'm tired, but we ain't even gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. So yes, going into, is it worth it? Do you see like the value of a degree in today's in your degree? Do you see the value of it in today's like job marketing?
I do see a value, but also with that, I feel like the finish line was kind of pushed further. And what I mean by that is like, a bachelor's degree is a great accomplishment. Like, a lot of people can do stuff with a bachelor's degree, but like with my field and like the profession that I want to go into, I have to go and get more education. Whereas I would say back in the day, you only needed a bachelor's degree to get like one of those top paying
jobs. That really frustrates me nowadays because like back in the day they used to just be able to go to a community college and you good. Like
2 years and you gotta see your
No,
job.
for real. But nowadays you gotta take 6+ years just to find something decent.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Definitely. Like the career that I want to go into, they said they had to get their master's back in the day and they were like fine. And maybe like a couple of certificates, but now you have to get a doctorate, certificates, like everything.
Yes. And girl, side note, understanding that stuff, you remember we used to talk like the order of what it is to be higher and higher. So like we used to be confused as ever. We was trying to figure out what a P, like in between where does a PhD fall? We were so confused. We were so confused. We got it figured out though. But like we was confused.
Right, don't worry.
No, we were so confused. So you were talking about the networking and how networking opportunities at university are very beneficial. And that's kind of one of the key components to why mainly people go to college. Go into a little bit more of that.
So make sure you network because you never know who you're going to meet. And what I mean by that is network with your teachers, your professors, because like one of my professors, she know literally everybody. She has thousands of connections because she taught all over the country. Like she did a lot of stuff. So she has resources that you can take from her. And she gives that out daily. Like it's no charge. Like you don't have to pay for it. Like they just tell you because they want you to succeed. Also talk to your peers in your class. I know you might be scared, but you never know who the person next to you is going to be in the future. You never know that person that you said, hey, in the hallway could be your future employer. You never know. And then also like your TAs, they write recommendation letters. Like I have a TA writing a recommendation letter for me when I start applying. And then just like your professors, your peers, even just the people that you see around campus that you might not have class with. Like a lot of those people, like somebody that I met was the reason why I got my first internship. Like I met her in the dorms from a few mutual friends. We were talking. She asked what my major is. And she was like, oh, I have like one of my friends' dad is in that career field. And I'm going to get you set up. So that's how I got my first internship. And then with that, I got connected through that whole company. So I basically have a job out of school if I really want it.
And I would say not even in college, like literally high school, start making those connections. Because I'm not going to lie, if I didn't meet my my mentor that I have today, I probably would not even be taking up political science right now. Like, she persuaded me to take political science because short story time, but like in high school, I used to always give speeches. I competed with giving speeches and I made it to state. So she was my mentor that was guiding me like, girl, you can do it. So I made it to state. When I made it to state, one of my judges works with the governor and I didn't win. I got second place, which was, I was salty about because the girl that got first place, y'all, I see her in the hallway in campus and I'm like, bro, like you beat me, but it's cool because
clock it.
Right, clock it.
I would have been so mad.
No, for real.
How you beat me?
It's cool though because the judge, she contacted me and was like, I loved you. Like I want to work with you. I want to see you in office. You should really think about doing this. So I was like, political science? That don't sound like me.
At it, though.
That don't sound like me.
You are good at it.
I'm like, political science? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I was like, I gotta be a president. Like, that was the first thing I thought. Like, I gotta work with the government.
We need you.
So then I talked to her. She's like, I can get you in the Milwaukee office. If you get into Madison, I can get you in the Madison office. Like, let me know. And I was like, okay, we love this energy. So I ended up getting in there and I was just like, to this day, I'm always grateful because I have connections with people in the office now that I can reflect and go back and get resources that I need. So I would like literally start early. And because it will help you in the long run. Like, I have a passion for political science now, and that led me also meeting my mentor led me to be more intrigued about learning my history. So I even have a minor in African American science now. Like, come on, like.
Yep, I took a couple of classes. Like,
yes.
Oh, even another quick story time. I was a waitress at this restaurant. I'm not gonna say the name, but it was this couple that came in frequently, and I started to recognize them because they always sat in my section. And like, long story short, I was talking to them while I was supposed to be waitressing, and the man that was in the couple, he worked in IT, and he basically told me if I got like a minor in like IT or like something in that field, he can get me a position in his office. I mean, I couldn't do it because I was already kind of done with school, but like, it was nice to know that I had something to fall back on.
Right.
And then I also connected with him on LinkedIn. So like, if I ever go back to school and I go for IT, I got that job.
Period. Like, connections are key. Networking is key. Like,
Networking is
I
key.
would say college is beneficial if you're wanting to network, and you're just wanting to improve your education and your intelligence.
And building your brain.
Yes. If you think about that money, though, like, that money, I know it be getting to your head. I know it do, because you don't want them student loans, and scholarships can be hard to find, but universities make it very easy for you nowadays. Like, all you got to do is fill out a scholarship portal application one time, and the scholarships come to you.
Yeah.
Like, they do not play. They will give you some out just because your last name is this.
No.
Like,
just because you write with your left hand.
No,
Seriously,
yes,
no.
you will get the money that you need. So that goes to say, like, it's worth it if you have those certain intentions. If you don't, there's alternatives. Like, nowadays, there's so many alternatives to be successful, and kudos to the people that are able to do it, because, like, there's people that graduated college, or not college, graduated high school, and now they're just like making bank. Like, I see people all the time making bank. And that goes into like how important intelligence is when you do go to college, because that improvement, continuing to learn, even if you're not in college, continuing to learn is always beneficial. Even if that is reading a book, even if that is reading the news, like news articles. I do it sometimes. I'm a little nerd. I do. You'll see me on CNN here and there, or like when I'm at home, I'll sit and watch. I'll watch the news with Vic's dad. Like, I'm that little old person. I don't care. I'll own up to it. Yes, I'll be on the couch with him. Like, wait, what happened? He like, oh, this and this. We be two geeks. I love it. But that literally just goes like, there's so many opportunities to just improve your intelligence. I feel like you should always just want to learn a little bit more.
Yeah, you should. Because my dad always told me, like, if you know your stuff, nobody can ever tell you otherwise. Because people always try to, like, I guess, feed you false information. But like, if you know your history, like if you know your stuff, nobody can ever tell you anything. Like, they can persuade you to do anything at all.
Exactly. And even if you are like scared to do it or learn it, it's okay, because I'm here right now learning how to podcast. Like, come on now. Like, I don't even know how to work any of these cameras. Thank you, Bubbz. I appreciate you.
Never a flip
but
on
like,
the camera.
I'm learning, and like, it's fun to learn. Like, I'm having so much fun to sit here and learn and hear. One thing I do love is hearing from other people around me. They learning new things, like learning something that interests them so much. Like, hearing Vic learn about his music and new sounds and all this other kind of stuff. I'd be like, okay, period. Like, period. You did your thing. And Keseanna was just talking about camera work. I'm like, okay, you know your camera work. Like, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. But yeah, that's just overall. What are some tips and tricks that you would love to give out to our audience on college? Anything to do with college? Because, you know, you big grad about to go to the next step. So yeah, just tell them.
First tip, market yourself. What I mean by that is you are a brand wherever you go, no matter where you are. You don't want to be known as like that angry girl or like someone who people don't want to be around. So market yourself wherever you go. Network, network, network. College is important for that. Get those scholarships. I know y'all scared, but look, find somebody who know how to write that can help and proofread, because that's how I got a scholarship, because she helped me.
Listen, we don't play about the free money. Come on, it's coming to you.
Also, don't be afraid to look at other alternatives. I know like people going to college with one set career path. Don't be afraid to branch out. Don't be afraid to learn new things, because like the career path that I was in, that wasn't where I was going at first. But I also learned stuff in college, and I kind of like it's still in the same major, but I'm just going a different way. And then also get to know your professors, because that's very important. Like, you have hundreds of kids in your class. Your professors don't care if you're there, but if they know you, they help you. Just remember that if they know you, they will help you.
They look out. They definitely do.
And then also, don't be afraid to go to college because people say it's corny. It's not corny to learn, to be smart. It's actually pretty fun.
It's pretty fun. And it's one of the things that you can be like, yep, I went to college and what? Like, come on.
Also, people take care of you when you go and get a higher education. So don't let that persuade you, but let it persuade you.
And thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be next with we'll be back with the next episode. Bye-bye. Yeah.